Another thing I'm going to talk about today is the challenges of working in Gulf as a caregiver. Since I came this country, I have undergone many challenges. Like the first one is just cultural differences. Since this country consists of many different cultures with different languages, like we have the Philippines, we have the Indians, we have the Indonesia, and many other tribes who are working in these Gulf countries. But the national language which is spoken here is the Arabic. So the only thing which I concentrated at is just to learn the basic Arabic, because it's the mostly spoken in this Gulf country. So it took me time. It took me time to adjust to know the basic language. Another thing is just the different types of food which is not available in our country, Kenya. Different foods which I'm not used at. So like the kubos, like the what you call the slake, like shorba, we call shorba. We have those foods. It's very hard to adjust. It was very hard to adjust, but for now I'm used. I'm eating those foods because now I'm used. Another thing I can say since I came to this country is just loneliness. You feel so lonely, missing your family, not talking to your family. The first week when I came, I was not even having the internet, of not talking to my family. And also, so this loneliness, it has made me to miss my family, miss my children. So it's just a challenge to me. Another thing I can say, which as a challenge, is long working hours. There's a long working hour. Since I'm the only caregiver in this client of mine, I do 24 hours. Let me say I only sleep 4 to 5 hours. So some caregivers work many hours with little rest. Sometimes you feel you feel like you are also sick. You might even feel sick, but there's no end otherwise. You have to do the work. Another challenge which I faced is just a mental stress. I had a mental stress, like the homesickness. I had a mental homesickness. It was very disturbing to my life. And also pressure to send money from home. Black tax. I know you understand that black tax from home. Send money to do this, send money to do this. So pressure to send money is also one of the challenge as a mental stress. Which another one I can say is fear of losing the job. That's another mental stress I had. The mental stress I had is about the losing of the job, because sometimes you can get that the client has reported you some things which are not some things which are not true, reporting you to the manager. This has not done this has not that. So there's a fear, that fear of losing the job. What if I lose that job and in Kenya there's no another job? What am I going to do? So you accept all the mistakes. Sometimes you accept all the mistakes which are not yours. So another thing I can say is about the limited freedom. Here we have the limited freedom sometimes, but not at all times. Like the other time I told my manager, my boss, I told my boss that I need freedom, to have at least Friday, an off day. But she said, no, it cannot be. So that is one of the challenges also we face as a caregiver. So some employers are strict about movement and also phone use. But not all. For phone use, I have a freedom for phone use. But the problem is some employers, just the strictness about the movement. So you can subscribe to my YouTube channel by the name Stella Abroad Diaries.